What's up guys, this is Tomer from sourcingmonster.com, and in this video I'll share with you a guaranteed way to create wealth and success with Amazon FBA. So make sure that you watch the entire video. In a moment we'll move to my computer where I'm going to share my screen, a whiteboard, and I'm going to draw and map this concept. So make sure that you watch the entire video. Now, before I'm moving into the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and that you click the bell to get notified for every new video that I upload that is related to Amazon FBA, selling successfully, and about e-commerce. And let's move to sharing the screen and my computer. Okay, now I want to start with a very quick video by Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor is someone that I really follow for really long time now. He is someone that is super motivating, and his story and whatever he's sharing could help anyone succeed in life and be happier and just create this happiness within. So in this video we are all about creating wealth, prosperity and success in Amazon FBA specifically. Now of course it's these concepts and whatever I'm going to share with you here applies to anything and anything that you do in life. So without further ado, let's just check this quick inspirational video about taking action.
Hello and welcome to 6 Minutes. You know, for 50 years now, I have been studying successful people. I've observed the others, but I've studied the successful people. And I have found out the difference in the two, the difference between the really successful ones and the ones that the also-rans, is that successful people take action. They move on it right away. They get an idea and they act. Sometimes it costs them. Sometimes it's the wrong action, but they always act.
So, it's very true. And maybe sometimes I did it like unconsciously, but I see when I'm trying to analyze my success, becoming a 7-figure seller with 2 brands and with success in other areas in my life, that it's all about taking action. Those that act and quick fast are those that are successful. So even if you have to do something today, that will take you like 5 minutes. It's all about the actions that you take. Try always to be action oriented person. And even if you have like 8, my philosophy is really that you have like 8, let's say 8 hours every day, 8 hours, and you really want to maximize the actions that you can take in those 8 hours. Now you always have to think strategically and manage and plan your time. So when you take action, sometimes some kind of actions depend on other people. So for example, if in your Amazon business you have to really create 7 photos for your for the product that you launch, right? So it all starts with first preparing specs for the photographer. Sorry for my handwriting. The second part of it, actually you have the second 3 parts. Supplier, or you send sample to the photographer, right? I'm not gonna, it takes a little time to do it, so I'm not gonna write it. So that's the 2 parts, right? So it sends supplier, and then the third thing, so 1 specs, 2 is sample, and 3 I would say the photographer processing. So processing. So with the specs, this is something that you can take action at any day. Once you already know the product, you can create the specs. What with actions, you want to really take action with the most important things first. So what I like to do is I like to use the Google Drive. I'm not gonna share, you know what, I'm gonna share, this is my calendar. So look how many actions we have here. I'm going to hide it, but I have at least 30 or even 40 tasks every day that I'm able to complete. Some tasks will take me like 2 minutes. But when I write things, when it's all written and I know what I need to do, I can then prioritize. Okay, so this is just an example of a process that I want to let me just finish this first, and then I will move and explain about how you can take massive action without really killing yourself. So first of all, you have the specs of a photographer. You can do it in any given day, but maybe at some days you will have more important tasks that move you forward closer to your goals. So you don't just take actions on your at any given day on things that are not really important. You have to prioritize. You always have to take action on the next step. So if your product is on just on the research side and you never got even a sample, you don't gonna create the specs for the photographer. This is going to be while the product is being produced. So you have enough time to wait with this. Okay. In the meantime, while the product is being produced and before you prepare the specs, you can have your supplier send to box. I'm sorry, to the photographer. I'm sorry, it's all messed with handwriting. So in the meantime, while you prepare the specs, you can have your supplier ship one sample to the photographer. So while it's on the way to the photographer, you can work on the specs. So you see the way that I'm thinking? I'm thinking, okay, how I can do things while other processes are actually going on in the background. So I don't really waste time. I'm all about efficiency. So while the product is being sent from your supplier to the photographer to take the photos, you can prepare the specs for them. But you can't wait for the last moment here and have your photographer already got the item and you don't have the specs for the photographer. Now, the same with the copywriting. You can actually do the copywriting while he's working on the photos. So when you're done with the specs and you send it to him, you can have the photographer, probably it will take him like a couple of good days, and you in the meantime work on the copywriting for the listing. Okay, so that's just simple explanation on how I prioritize things and how now just really try to vision that every day when you're not taking action, like, and I'll give an example. So let's say you watch TV, you watch YouTube videos on how to sell, how to create a listing or whatever is related to Amazon, for example. But if you're just watching and not taking action, you're not gonna move anywhere. Action is the king. So you have to really judge your day by the amount of actions and by the amount of seeds that you put this day, and that's how you should measure your success, in my opinion. If you had a productive day with zero sales, but you know that you worked on your listing, you worked on specs for the photographer, you did product research, even if you didn't find any product. You worked on talking with people, asking questions, but taking massive action, and I can guarantee that you will have success in whatever you do. The same with anything in life. If you have a goal to lose weight and you take action, you did exercise, you did try to, you created a table, a meal plan, you take action, the results will come. Maybe you don't see the results now, maybe now you don't lose 20 pounds, but with time, that's when the results will come. And I'm a big believer that, you should take, why I have like 40 things in my list. And by the way, I big fan of the One Thing also, and the One Thing, the book, the One Thing by Gary Keller. He says focus on one thing only, and I truly believe that if you are limited with your time, you can get better results by focusing on one thing. And I think that you should always break it down into smaller pieces tasks. So the more that you break it into smaller tasks, instead of like, let's say we have a topic of, you realize that the one thing that really drive growth to your business is more products sourcing more products. That's the one task that really make the bottom line in your business, right? Like, I'm sorry. Okay. So you want to really break it down into smaller tasks. And why? Because when you break it into smaller tasks and you put it in your calendar, it will be easier to digest, be easier to execute. When you have like a big goal that you tell yourself, let's work on sourcing more products, and you allocate like 3 hours to this uh task or category. When you just have this in your plan, in your calendar, and you come to actually execute, your brain will get confused. But when you come and you break this task into smaller, easy to bite tasks, your success and the chances that you take this massive action will be much higher. So I like to break it down into smaller parts. So for example, let's do 15 minutes of product research. Then the second task could be maybe 10 minutes of talking with suppliers. I'm not gonna finish it. I'm sorry. I'm just like really terrible with my handwriting. Number three, you could break it down to watch videos related to sourcing, watch videos related to product research, but you want to define it into small, easy to bite tasks, things that anyone could finish. When you put yourself a big task of hour, 2 hours, 3 hours long, the chances that you will complete it and take action is very low. So you have to take a big topic or big category or analyze what is the most important thing that will lead you closer to your goal, and then break it down into really as many possible tasks that you can take action every day and complete. Okay, and it could be even things that I have in my list here, things that take me like 2-3 minutes, but because I take action every day, even if it's 3 minutes or 4 minutes a day, at the end of the week I got some progress. Sometimes you take 2 minutes action by sending someone a message, and the next day you come, you see that he replied. But if you wait for tomorrow just to send him the message, you lost 24 hours. So sometimes it's just a minute. It's gonna take you a minute to take action that will lead to bigger results or to quicker results. So um, I hope that you understand the concept where I'm coming from, but it's the bottom line of this concept is really take action. And the second part, what I try to show is how you can increase your chances of you taking massive action every day. So that's what I'm trying to do. Like for example, with this YouTube video, I don't really have a lot of time to do it, but at the end of the day, it takes me like 15 minutes. So I broke it, but it's not just the 15 minutes of recording this video, it's also preparing for this video and gathering all of this. So instead of just saying record video in my task, I will break it down into 3 parts. Maybe record the video, prepare for the video, edit the video, try to break it into smaller parts. And that's actually, when I finish one thing, when you cross it from your list, it gives you this feeling of achievement. It gives your brain a signal you're a taking action person. And when you have this feeling and when you have this momentum, you can really complete so many things in your day. And it's one day after another that you complete more and more tasks that would lead to those results. Now, this is a topic that I'm very passionate about the success behind the success, or you know what are the fundamentals, or what really bring results. It's not the how to sell on Amazon, obviously. It's the fundamentals. It's what you do, it's the actions, and how you really prepare yourself and set yourself up to success. So I hope you got value from this and that you implement and you take action from those. In the next video, or if you're interested, I can show you my own, like, this is the Google Calendar, but I work with Dynalist to have like a points and things that I keep myself more organized. With any questions, like always, leave them down below in the comment section and I will personally reply to your comments. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you didn't subscribe. It will help me grow the channel and reach more people, help and give back. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Wishing you all the success in the world.